Hello, this is NIDEC COPOL Electronics. This time, we would like to introduce our trimmer potentiometers. First of all, I will explain what a trimmer potentiometer is, and then we'll follow up our product lineup including each of features and applications in order. Okay, let's start with the role of resistors. Resistor is responsible for controlling voltage and current, and makes it possible to adjust the voltage drop due to voltage division and the flow rate of electricity. Why don't we review the basics of electricity for a moment? Next slide will show you a brief explanation of how the river usually flows as an example. The electric current refers to the amount of electricity flowing, which is the flow of free electrons to be exact. Voltage is also known as potential difference, and when a potential difference occurs, current flows from the high potential to the low potential in an attempt to restore the equilibrium. In this picture, the electric current is likened to a stream of a river and the fish swimming along the flow, and the voltage is likened to a waterfall that creates a stream in a river or a slope of a river as well. The bigger the waterfall and the steeper the slope, the stronger the flow of the river. The same can be said for the relationship between current and voltage. The higher the potential, the more vigorous the current flows. If you put two batteries in series and turn on the miniature bulb, the brightness will be brighter than when one battery is used, but if you put two batteries in parallel, the brightness will be the same as when one battery is used. This is because the potential is doubled in series, but the potential of each battery does not change in parallel. Next, let's add the electrical resistance in the river of this slide. First, a flood bypass in a river branch has the effect of slowing down the flow of the river, and it is similar to the state of electricity that divides the voltage and drops the voltage. Now big rocks are on the way. The huge rocks narrow the flow of the river. It seems that fish gets into the jam because of the rock and is difficult to go down the river. This rock is exactly what the electrical resistance is, which makes it difficult for electricity to flow. As an aside, the fact that the fish are swimming desperately with being red in their faces indicates the generation of heat due to resistance. The greater the resistance, the more generation of heat. We will move on to an advanced version. Electric power is the amount of work that electricity performs in a unit time, and refers to the electrical energy consumed in a unit time. The relationship between voltage and current can be expressed by the formula, voltage multiplied by current. As a benefit of river, water wheels that draw water into rice fields and net fishing can be equivalent to this electric power. Now, let's get back to the main subject. This slide will show you three types of resistors, which is a fixed resistor, variable resistor, and semi-fixed resistor. A fixed resistor works to fix the resistance value, which is the ratio of voltage to current. The variable resistor, which allows the user to change the resistance value by turning the attached knob, is assumed that the setting is changed multiple times. On the other hand, a semi-fixed resistor is a part for trimming that removes individual differences due to variations in other parts by adjusting the resistance value of the circuit inside the device. Therefore, the number of times for setting will be minimal. Here's an example. If the semi-fixed resistor is used for the adjustment of individual differences in products such as measuring instruments, it will only be set a few times at the time of shipment from the factory. Do you know why? Because it will be a trouble that the set value deviates after setting. It is designed using appropriate torque and mechanism not to deviate the original setting. We have lineups of both semi-fixed resistors and variable resistors, and this time we will introduce semi-fixed resistors. Semi-fixed resistors are called trimmer potentiometers and are commonly known as trimmers. There are three main types of trimmer mechanisms: open, dustproof and sealed type. The open type is small and inexpensive, but it requires careful handling because the sliding parts and resistors are exposed on the current-carrying parts. Second, the dustproof type is a trimmer with a structure which a resin cover is attached to the slider not to be exposed. Some products with an O-ring in the rotating part have a certain degree of airtightness, but foreign matter may adhere to the sliding range and cleaning is not feasible after soldering. Finally, the sealed type is divided into a single-turn and multi-turn type. The single-turn type works to adjust the rotor with the slider fixing in one rotation from one end of the resistor to the other, and the multi-turn type can rotate the lead screw multiple times. The sealed type has excellent environmental resistance because the electrically important parts such as resistors and sliders are shielded from the outside air, so that it is washable in accordance with the specified cleaning method. This is the sealed trimmer we specialize in. Next is how to use a trimmer potentiometer. There is a voltage adjustment type shown in Figure A and a current adjustment type shown in Figure B. If you use the voltage adjustment type, it will give you the best performance based on our long historical background. Figure A is highly recommended to use the trimmer potentiometer. In the case of the current adjustment type shown in Figure B, the resistance and sliding parts are reflected in the temperature coefficient of contact resistance. Also, as the resistance value becomes smaller, the influence of the resistance on the sliding part becomes relatively large, and it is definitely necessary to use it with caution. Our trimmer potentiometer is called cermet type because it is made by firing at high temperature with either ceramic or glass particles and noble metal for the resistor. Cermet type can provide high quality and high reliability with a sealed structure, and we have a plentiful lineup from single-turn type to multi-turn type. Cermet is an ultra-compact and thin as well as surface mounting type, so that it can meet the needs of space saving. This slide shows a comparison table of the cermet type trimmer potentiometer and other resistance elements. There are many advantages compared to other resistance elements. Of course, there is a disadvantage on this type, but we have adopted a multi-contact method as a countermeasure. For further explanation, we add some countermeasures on next slide. There are two types of resistance elements, winding type and film formation type. Furthermore, film formation type is divided into three types: thin film type, carbon type, and our cermet type. The cermet type features a wide resistance range, excellent environmental characteristics, low decomposition, and low cost. The disadvantage is that the surface of the resistor is coated with glass, so sliding noise is likely to occur. In order to reduce this sliding noise, we have adopted a unique multi-contact method such as a coil wiper for the slider, and by using a noble metal material, our products have been achieved to own long-term reliability. Next is the product lineup. There are different sizes and types on both single-turn and multi-turn. There are also through-hole type and surface mount type. Among them, we have a wide variety of terminal arrangements and shapes. Let's pick up SM42 and 43 series for the product introduction. There is a difference between 11 turns and 5 turns, and the more times you make, the finer the adjustment becomes possible. There are products with top and side adjustments and also with different terminal positions. Our products are ideally manufactured for various applications in many fields. Next is the internal structure of the surface mount type SM42 and 43. UL flame retardant class 94 volts 0 certified product is used as the resin material. This is the internal structure of the through-hole type FT63. The structure is sealed with an O-ring. As you explained in previous slide, you can see that multi-contact wiper as a countermeasure for noise reduction is used in our products. Next, we would like to introduce single-turn type products. Saint 2 is the smallest of our surface mount types. It is recommended for places where the mounting space is very small. As you can see, the wide range of operating temperature proves another feature in our product lineup. Next is the surface mount type multi-turn products. The SM3, 31, 42, 43 has a wider operating temperature range of -65 to 150 degrees. Next is through-hole type single-turn products. The FT63 series is the most sold so far. Please firstly consider your application, mounting space, and shape in order to make decision for the product selection. Next is through-hole type multi-turn products. The higher the number of turns, the finer the adjustment becomes possible. This is an example of an application. Please use this slide for your reference since it can be used in a wide variety of ways. When it comes to specific examples, it is generally used for pressure setting of pressure sensor and hysteresis setting. It is also used for voltage adjustment of switching power supplies and for fine adjustment of flicker on the monitor screen. Next, please watch the video clip about the usage example. In this video, we use microblower to rise the white ball. The rotation of the trimmer potentiometer can make the resistance value change, and that can increase or decrease the air volume as you see the white ball flows up and down. Please note that the trimmer potentiometer is abbreviated as trimmer in this video. The trimmer uses our product CT6. Turning the trimmer clockwise with a screwdriver attenuates the resistance, increases the airflow, and raises the white ball. Conversely, turning the trimmer counterclockwise with a screwdriver amplifies the resistance, reduces airflow, and lowers the white ball. As you can see, I was able to adjust the air volume using trimmer. Please see the summary at the end. The biggest feature is that it has been evaluated by the market for many years and has a top-class market share. In addition, all of our trimmer potentiometers are cermet type, and they have sealed structures and are highly reliable. There are a wide variety of products, and you can select the most optimum product by selecting the rotation speed, size, terminal shape, and so on in accordance with the intended use. There is a wide range of nominal resistance values and each owns excellent in environmental characteristics. We have also taken measures to reduce wiper noise. Why are we being very progressive company? It is because we always respond to customer requests, and that's why we have earned unwavering trust from our customers. That is all for the introduction of our trimmer potentiometers. Thank you for watching until the end.